This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com. We're going to do two videos this week. We're going to cover some Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks points races. In this video, I'm going to cover two points races from Turfway Park for Friday, February 26th. And then for Saturday, February 27th, we're going to do the Southwest Stakes from Oaklawn Park. Then in the next video, I'm going to do a couple races from Gulfstream Park. But let's jump into this video, and we're going to start right in the analysis for Turfway Park Race 5. This is going to be the John Battaglia Memorial Stakes, $100,000 race for 3-year-olds, a mile and a 16th on the all-weather surface. This is the final prep for the Jeff Ruby Stakes, which will be coming up, and that'll be worth 100 points this year for the winner. So in this race, you could go a lot of different ways. Gretzky the Great's the one in here for trainer Mark Casse. He's going to be the favorite. He ran well last year at Woodbine, and then they shipped to Keeneland for the Breeders' Cup, and he finished 6th. But he did win a couple stakes races at Woodbine, including the Grade 1 Summer on turf. He's got some speed. You have some others in here that have some speed, like the King. He went wire to wire last time out at Turfway Park for trainer Wesley Ward. He should be forwardly placed. A Kinetic Sky, the 5 has speed. So you'll see that there's a pattern here where there's multiple horses. A notable exception, the 10, he's got some speed. A Warrior in Chief of the 12, he could be forwardly placed. And if you look at the overall stats at Turfway Park for mile and a 16th races, typically horses don't go wire to wire often, and horses that stalk the pace or come from a bit further off the pace do well. This is a wide open race. There's 12 horses plus and also eligible. And I've narrowed it down to like a couple horses in here that I think have a decent shot, and they're both from the same barn, from the Bill Murray barn. The 6, Pico d'Oro, he's one that's run a bunch of times. He's had 8 career starts with 2 wins, a second and a third. He's 1-for-1 at Turfway Park. He won on December 18th, an optional claiming race where he was up on the pace, and he won by a length. Last time out, the Jimmy Winkfield Stakes at Aqueduct on January 31st at 7 furlongs on the main track. He stalked the pace. He finished 3rd, beaten a half length as the favorite. He was in the first Derby points race last year after he won the Ellis Park Juvenile at 7 furlongs. And that first points race was the Grade 3 Iroquois at Churchill Downs. He finished a well-beaten 5th that day. There is a concern about the distance in here. In his 2 races at 1 mile, he didn't run well. He's run better between 6 and 7 furlongs, but he likes the track. His last 2 numbers were pretty solid. He's got some tactical speed. He's playable at 8-1, but I'm actually going to go with his stablemate as my top choice, number 8, Hush of a Storm. This one is 10-1 morning line, and he's run well on his last couple starts. He started his career at Churchill Downs, 7 furlongs, maiden claiming $150,000. Didn't pick up his feet that day at 33-1. Then they shipped him to Turfway Park, stretched him out to 1 mile, maiden special weight company late last year, stalked the pace, won easily by almost 6 lengths. First start against winners at Turfway, optional claiming race at 1 mile last time out, rallied from 6th place to win by 3/4 of a length. So we know that he likes 2 turns at Turfway Park. I don't think the mile and the 16th is going to be a problem. I think that's probably even better for him. So a little bit extra ground. He has solid late pace ratings. I think there's going to be some pace to chase in here. And I'm going to go with number 8, Hush of a Storm, as my top choice over his stablemate, number 6, Pico d'Oro. Let's do the 7th race from Turfway Park. Now that's going to also be on Friday, February 26th. And they're running at night, this card. So the 5th race, the post time is 8:16 p.m. Eastern Time. The 7th race is the Cincinnati Trophy Stakes, a Kentucky Oaks points race. So that first one, the Battaglia Memorial Kentucky Derby points race, 10 points to the winner, 4 for 2nd, 2 for 3rd, 1 for 4th. Same scenario for the Cincinnati Trophy Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, a Kentucky Oaks points race, 6.5 furlongs on the main track. So we have a sprint in this race, and another race that seems to have a lot of pace. You have speeding in here. Number 1's going to show some speed. You have others, a Delta Gamma Cats, a maiden in here coming out of a maiden claiming race but earned a good number. Paradise Song, the 5, and the 6, Igloo, they both have speed in here. Rocket Reload, the 8, should be forwardly placed. Maybe Dirty Dangle from post 10 will at least be pressing the pace. So there are multiple horses with some speed in this race. And I'm going to go with a horse that has some tactical speed as my top choice, and that's number 7, Phantom Vision. For trainer Mike Maker, Rafael Bejarano is going to ride. He's riding well at Turfway Park, and this horse has run 3 times and ran well each time. The first 2 career starts, turf sprint races, stalked the pace from 2nd, was clearly second best in a 10-horse field at Gulfstream Park West in her career debut. second time out as the favorite at Gulfstream Park in a 5 furlong turf sprint. Stalked the pace from second, won pretty handily by 2 lengths. The runner-up was a next out winner. Stretched out in distance last time at Gulfstream. Mile in a 16th on turf against Optional Claiming Company. Went out there and set the pace from the inside post and finished third, a couple lengths clear of the rest of the field as the favorite that day. So I thought that was a solid effort, cutting back in distance now and trying all-weather ground. Now typically horses that can handle turf, it's not always the case, but if they've handled turf, they can handle all-weather ground more than a horse coming from the main track. So dirt horses don't seem to do as well when they switch to all-weather as turf horses do. So I like the fact that Phantom Vision has already run longer than this race, where you see a lot of these horses, they're coming out of 5.5 and 6 furlong races, but Phantom Vision, turning back in distance with tactical speed, should sit a good trip and should offer some value. Now we're going to do the big one from Oaklawn Park. This race has been canceled 2 times. Originally it was scheduled for February 15th, then it was supposed to be run on February 20th, canceled again because of bad weather, and now finally on February 27th, they're going to run this race, and there could be a wet track. Before there was snow, frozen track, cold weather, but now they're going to get rain possibly for this race. But the Southwest Stakes is going to mark the return of your 2-year-old champion, Essential Quality. He's your 3-2 morning line favorite, 3 for 3 lifetime. He won the Breeders' Futurity and Breeders' Cup Juvenile last year. He's got a versatile running style. He'll probably stalk the pace. Now you have a couple horses in here that have some speed, but really the main speed in here is Jackie's Warrior. The other one that has some speed is the 2 Safa's Day, but Jackie's Warrior is trained by Steve Asmussen, and so is Safa's Day. So I would expect that Jackie's Warrior's got the lead if he wants it. The key to this one is, can he really go 2 turns? He was sensational in 1-turn races, but 5 furlong debut, he won that one, and then he won it 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs, and a 1-turn mile. And 3 of those races were stakes races: the Saratoga Special, the Grade 1 Hopeful, and the Grade 1 Champagne. And he dominated those races by getting out there, controlling the pace, and going wire to wire. And then the Breeders' Cup Juvenile came along, and he wasn't able to get the lead around 2 turns. He tracked the pace, he had the lead, and he just could not hold on. He finished 4th. Essential Quality won that one, and the top 3 finishers all came from off the pace: Essential Quality, Hot Rod Charlie, Keep Me in Mind. They all rallied from off the pace. Jackie's Warrior ran okay, 4th. And now the question's going to be, how far does he really want to go? He's going to be in front in this race, and I think Essential Quality is going to try to stalk him from the rail. If Jackie's Warrior can get the mile and a 16th distance and control and slow the pace enough to have something left in the stretch, he can easily win this race. If he just is not able to slow it down, he can get the lead and maybe just go too fast for his own good. If that happens, he's too keen off of a layoff or whatever, Essential Quality is going to run him down. So one of those 2 horses is most likely going to win this race, and I'm going to pick Essential Quality as my top choice. Can't go against him. He's undefeated. I picked him in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and the Breeders' Futurity last year in my videos, and I'm going to stick right with Essential Quality as my top choice. Not a great betting race. I think one of those 2, they're both going to be low odds, and they're one of those 2 is probably going to win. Now Spielberg for trainer Bob Baffert's another one that could take some money. Baffert does well in these Oaklawn Park prep races. We paid $1 million for Spielberg, but he really hasn't lived up to that pedigree and all the hype from earlier in his career. It took him a while to break his maiden, 4 starts to break his maiden, and he was stakes placed a couple times at Del Mar and St. Anita last year, and then he won the Breeders' Futurity Stakes late last year, and then last time in the Robert Lewis Stakes he was 4th, beaten 11 lengths, no threat. So his speed figures aren't really getting much better. He's got some tactical speed. He's probably going to stalk outside, but I don't like Spielberg in this spot. Maybe if you're playing exotics, the 6 Woodhouse seems to be worth a look. His late pace ratings in both starts were pretty good. Broke his maiden at Remington Park in his career debut at 1 mile. That race he finished well to win by 3 lengths going away. And then against Allowance Company in the mud at Oaklawn last time, he was wide from an outer post. He was drifting around in the stretch a bit, and he was beaten a length. Solid enough effort. So he's lightly raced. He can be passing some tired horses. But I think this one's all about Jackie's Warrior and Essential Quality. So that will wrap up this video. I'll be back and I'm going to look at the Devona Dale and the Fountain of Youth from Gulfstream Park, and I'll be doing that in a minute. So good luck at the races, and I'll see you in the next video in a few minutes. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. For bonus free picks, Kentucky Derby blogs, and full card analysis from Santa Anita Park, head on over to the runawayhorse.com and check out my daily best bets blog at horseracingnation.com. Also, good luck at the races.